Hi, everybody. I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right, this one's called Omar's Plan. Yes, yes. This was back in the 90s. In the 90s, it was 97, 90, 97, 98. And I was at work, and hold on. I had met this guy. His name was Omar. Yeah, he was a foreign exchange student, okay? And he was from Cameroon, okay? So, because he used to always talk about it all the time. Oh, in Cameroon, we have fun over there. We like to plant our food. We get food and everything. He just was talking big about Cameroon. And he also told me about voodoo and stuff like that they used to practice. I don't know, man. Anyway, Omar had it was almost time for him to go back, okay? So Omar came to me and said, "Look, I need to James, look, I can trust you. I trust you." I said, "What's wrong, man? What's wrong?" He said, "Look, I got to go back in 3 weeks. I got to go back to Cameroon in 3 weeks. My little, he was telling me that his studying is over with here. So he said, if I could find someone to marry me, I will stay. I will stay. I can stay here. I will get my citizenship. I will get my citizenship." And I kept saying, "Hey, whoa, what's wrong?" He said, so he needed me. He asked me, he said, could you find a girl for me to marry? For me to marry. And tell her I will pay her $2,000. I will give her $2,000. And I said, wait a minute, man. See, I could get in trouble for this. I can get in trouble, at the job. So I had to keep drilling it in his head. I said, look, if I do this, I don't want no parts of it. Excuse me. I said, I don't want no parts of it, okay? I probably can find a girl for you that will do this, but I don't want no parts of it. So he said, okay, thank you. I said, okay, calm down, man. You getting a little over up absorbent, getting too carried away. So he needed me to be the liaison between the girl and him. So he didn't know how to talk to women or nothing like that. So finally, after searching around, I found a fat white chick. Okay, she was white. She had dots all on her face and everything and stuff. So, and she was fat. But I told her about the $2,000. Okay, and she said, well, that sounds good. But I said, he wants you to get married to him, and y'all got to stay together for 2 years, and then he can get a citizenship. Y'all can get a divorce, and you go your way, and. So she said, "Nah, I don't." She said, "What about 2,000, $3,000?" That's what she said. So I said, "Oh man," I said, "I'll ask him. I'll ask him." So I asked him. He said, "Okay. I will pay. I will pay it." So I went back to it. I said, "Hey," he said he'll pay it. So she agreed to it. So when they got together, and made plans for their wedding, you know. So they were gonna have a wedding at the courthouse, you know. So once they got married, Omar and her, they had to dwell in the same place, okay? So Omar got a 2 bedroom house, well, apartment. She stayed in one room and he stayed in the other room, okay? So they were planning to cohabitate together, you know, and, you know, then everything would be okay. You know, they could make it through the 2 years. But this chick started getting feelings for Omar. And Omar wasn't attracted to her at all, you know. So, oh my goodness, man. I got so sick of hearing about it every day. Every day Omar would come to me and say, "Hey, what does she want from me? What does she want from me? I don't like her. I don't like her, okay? I don't like her. The only way I'm doing this is just to get my citizenship, okay?" And I said, okay, man, well, just chill out. You're going to mess it up. You're going to mess everything up. So, man, they was going through, and then she started coming to me. She said, well, you don't even want to cuddle with me and stuff like that. I said, man, look, all you want to do is get your money, and he willing to give you your money in advance, okay? He gave all the money in advance, okay? So chill out, just chill. And if you want to be with somebody else, go ahead. He don't care. He don't care. So she said, no, I want to be with him. And oh my goodness. So now I was in between them two, you know, trying to keep them to hold, trying to make them hold on. Plus, I'm the one that they had to get something notarized, and I had a bank account, and they didn't. So he had to get something notarized through my bank, you know. So I'm tied in anyway, you know. I'm if they wanted to, if the job or something like that wanted to, they could find out, and then I will be directly involved in it, you know. So now I was on pins and needles, pins and needles. So they made it through the first year. And then Omar was talking about, look, I can't take this. I can't take this. Throw this throw that girl back. Throw her back. And I said, no, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Man, you made it through a year. You got a year to go. But apparently she wanted to be with him so bad, you know. She had developed strong feelings for him, you know. So they hung in there. Now there was a year, and they was in a year and 5 months, and Omar was fed up. So Omar stopped going to the back to the crib. He started staying out. You know, he was going out to someplace with other people. You know, hanging with another girl and stuff like that. He just didn't bring it back to the house. You know, so the girl, I forget what her name was. We call her Betty. So Betty she started throwing his stuff out, you know, the apartment. And Omar came back and he was livid, you know. He said, it's crazy. This is crazy. You know, no, all the girls in Cameroon, the women in Cameroon, they don't do this. They don't do this. They respect the man. They respect the man. And he was really, really mad, man. But I told him, I said, hey, don't do nothing crazy, okay? Just go in there, apologize to her, and take your stuff back in, you know. He said, no, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I said, look, man, look, you only got like about 6 months to go. So you can handle it, man. 6 months. Just don't come home. Just come home every now and then go back where you was. So he went back and he took all his stuff back in. So, oh my goodness, man. This was terrible. This was a terrible 2 years, man. The terrible twos. Yeah, it was a terrible 2 years. For me, too. So after they had like about 2 months left to go. She really started getting really, really mad at him because he didn't want no parts of her. So, and she had got bigger too. She had got bigger. I guess from being depressed, from eating, sitting around eating, so she had got bigger. So she was like look, let me tell you how she was. She was like 5'3", 5'3", and she weighed every bit of when I first met her, she was like 250 something pounds. Okay? Now she was up to like 300. So, she wasn't going nowhere. So they lasted out, and then it was the last month. And then they made it through that last month. And I said, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." So they made it through that last month, and then Omar's he told her, he said, "Well, you got your money. I'm going to give you extra $500 here." He gave her extra 500. He told her, "Now let's go get divorced." You know what? She didn't want to get a divorce. She wanted to hold on to him. So he he said, "I filed myself anyway. I don't care. I will file. I will file for a divorce." So he filed for a divorce, but she didn't want to sign the papers. So they kept on. So Omar's lucky that she had a job. You know, her job was paying her more than Omar's job was. So there was no spousal support, but it did drag on a long time. So it dragged on like for 6 more months, 6 or 7 more months until Omar can actually get his divorce. And after that, he was free. He was free. And you know what this crazy African did? He kissed the ground. He get down and on all fours and kissed the ground. He said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I said, "What in the world is wrong with you?" He said, "Thank you, thank you. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free." Man, that was crazy though. But he did get his citizenship. He got a citizenship. Now he since went back to Cameroon. So he's back in Cameroon now. He went back to Cameroon, but he made his money here and then went back to Cameroon. You know, but that's crazy, man. I will never do that again. I will never be the liaison between two people again because that's a terrible thing. Then I had to suffer for it. I had to listen to both of them complain. But I guess it turned out the way he wanted it. But it didn't turn out the way he wanted it. I guess he thought they were going to get married and then she go her way, he go his way until 2 years. Then they come back together. The only time they'd be in that apartment together was when uh, the person from immigration would come to see how they're doing and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with your family. Share it with your friends. Share it with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies. All right, you guys. Look, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe and share, okay? All right. Peace. Adios. Salamat.
Salamat!